Team Nigma versus Team OG. This is a pretty hype matchup here. We've got Seb playing for OG. That's the big news recently.
Is he any good?
2 male out, Seb in. Well, we're about to find out, buddy.
Seb guy? Huh?
He's got some credentials. I'll give you that.
I hope he can gel on the team. From what I understand, he was a CSGO coach recently. So I hope things work out well for him.
Hopefully those skills translate to the Dota 2 here.
Yeah, that's all we can pray for.
So Magnus and Wind Ranger banned out, and the Bat Rider taken out first by OG.
Hey, what are those 2 spooky eyes at the top of the OG flag?
Team pick.
Oh.
From what
are those Aegises?
Oh, I think those might be Aegises, alright.
Oh, wow.
These guys must be pretty good.
Look at those guys. Wow, they've got a pretty badass little banner flag, too. Textures on it.
It is nice.
Put some design work into that.
I tell you, once you get a little cash together, you can scrape one of those up. Nigma as well. Pretty nice. I guess they can't technically put the Aegis on it because they didn't get it under this org, but like I would put like a little hidden one. Cause like kind of, right?
Also worth mentioning here, Kuroki not playing.
True.
RMN is in on the side. Now you got to remember on this overlay, our folks at home don't get to see the player lineup. So right now, Nigma, Miracle, Mind Control, RMN, GH, and Weeha. So just missing Kuro, but certainly worth noting.
Wait, I thought Sumail was coming. Is he not officially announced yet? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Okay.
Now for the old wrestle.
The question on every mid player's mind.
Serious?
Is he coming back to mid? Is he coming for me?
Wisp also banned out by OG as we see the Snapfire opener into the Phoenix. So this hero has been on the rise. We've been talking about Snapfire a lot, and no surprise against the Phoenix. One of the classic counters to trying to deal with the egg. Now Faceless Void picked up for Nigma.
Wow, that's exciting.
An early Void.
They played it yesterday versus FlyToMoon, but first phase, Faceless Void Phoenix, a classic duo, and I heard that it was actually Nigma who were rocking the Darkseer yesterday. Roll Mind Control, but OG are going to snap it up.
Yeah, we've been talking about a little bit of potential position for Darkseer. Maybe assume that it's off lane for now, but something else to keep in the back of your brain there.
Yeah, there's at least some flexibility. We've seen some teams trying it out, but let's assume it's Seb for sure, especially with the Snapfire already picked up.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, Darkseer versus Faceless Void. Some very cheeky stuff you can do. You can vacuum enemies into the chrono. Can be very frustrating to deal with.
It's like the inverse of the blinding light into chrono that we saw yesterday.
Much easier to do.
Yeah, fair enough. And the Darkseer, even in the core role, he can enable other heroes with the Ion Shell.
Yeah.
Right? Like Earth Spirit, one that comes to mind. Ember Spirit, another one. The Lawnmower Strat, the old classic.
Turn to ban.
Quick bans coming out of Nigma. Clockwork and Tiny taken out.
I also see that OG played the Sven yesterday in a win over Viking GG, and I kind of wonder if we'll see the Sven Darkseer combo.
Oh, that's
how brutal that was the last time it was good. Jeez, that was a nasty duo.
That was before the Sven Aghanims was in, though, right? The current one, the Superman Aghanims.
Yes.
5 seconds.
So
that's okay. The Ags kind of isn't that. I mean, the Ags is really good for an Ag, sure, but you know, that's vacuum. Then you don't need the Ags.
Yeah.
And then you stun a lot of them.
Well, and Surge, right?
Yeah.
Surge gives you all the gap close you could ever need.
Undying, I think, is pretty prime possibility for OG coming out of this phase. I don't know if it's worth banning. It is traditionally a pretty good hero versus the Phoenix because you they drop Ag, you drop Tombstone. But they are more focused on some of the more classic combos. And you have to worry about those core Earth Spirits still for sure.
Yeah.
Could happen.
OG very much banning around the potential global presence. Wisp, Prophet, Bat Rider, and Nyx.
10 seconds.
Not exactly global heroes, but they fit with that same general kind of strategy. Get the intel, move around the map, highly mobile.
It's also, Nyx is a classic counter to Darkseer. It like ruins any of your combos, and it's really good versus Nyx too. I mean, sorry, versus Snapfire.
Yep, that too.
Hard counter on both heroes. Do they want any more Wombo combo bans? Like, is Treant worth banning here?
Good question.
And then your Phoenix is kind of a 5. They might prefer the 4 a little bit more.
Radiant
They
And-
ban out the Oracle instead.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
also
they have
very warranted.
Darkseer. Yeah. That would have been bad.
Very warranted. Talking about, at least in the laning phase, that one is pretty close to a hard counter. You just neuter Darkseer and everything that he wants to do. A nice early Invoker pickup, though, for OG.
With the 10th
10
pick.
seconds remaining.
Not going to be handing it over to Nigma. Maybe
5
what they were
seconds
concerned
remaining.
about with a Void Phoenix. There is some good setup there for the Invoker. Maybe as much a deny pick as it is something that they wanted for themselves.
It's just another good combo breaker hero, too. Just Tornado,
true.
EMP, really messes things up. I see Thompson played it yesterday. He went Ags into Octarine at a 26-minute Octarine core. Damn. It was a bit of a shellacking, but still. That's intense.
Nigma thinking about how to react to this Invoker.
Probably just want to pick up your 5.
Disruptor.
The Disruptor.
Disruptor. All right. A great hero against Darkseer, of course.
Yes. Classic lane
Kinetic
counter.
field, Glimpse,
Yep.
both quite good counters to Surge. Also okay against Snapfire, right? She's a little
10
mobile. Being able to
seconds
pull her back
remaining.
is certainly good. And Static Storm is another piece of potential wombo
5
combo to
seconds
stack
remaining.
with these ultimates. Like Static Storm on top of Phoenix Egg tends to work pretty well.
Would have been nice to be able to play Lich, but I don't, because like Lich could have helped guard the egg a little bit, and it's such a good lane combo with the Faceless Void. But
Radiant
the
team
Darkseer is one of these heroes that you
Lion.
probably wouldn't be able to kill unless you got like a lucky bash. So that's why you go for the
Ooh.
Disruptor instead to actually have a chance at it.
Well, here's a hero that we've kind of forgotten about. I don't think you and I have talked about Lion in weeks, my friend.
Yeah, I was looking at their drafts earlier today, and I noticed Soxa played Lion yesterday.
10
That was my first
seconds
thought. Was like,
remaining.
wow, a Lion. I mean, there have been several times where we're like, man, a Hex would be really good
5
right here.
seconds remaining.
I mean, I can't help but feel like this hero has been a little underrated for a while. He can be a little slow in the laning phase. He's very squishy, but he's a little Shadow Shaman-esque in that regard. If he catches you, he looks amazing. If you catch him, he looks pretty darn useless.
I mean, his
But,
chain stun is just kind of dumb. It is a little incredible that he's not picked up more, but and what tends to happen to me is I start thinking about other heroes and like Wind Ranger, I think was a good example. She was being played a lot in the 4 role for a little bit when it's just like, well, why wouldn't you just like pick Lion? But then you're like, well, Power Shot's like kind of finger or death as long as you just hit it. And then, if you hit Shackle, it's like 2 heroes, and Lion is definitely still good, I think. And now they have a vacuum combo too, right? They can vacuum into Earth Spike.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty hype. And Cookie.
Radiant team back.
And the mana drain has also been buffed a lot, where now it has a slow on it. So if you're not draining mana, it still is a potential combo setup for somebody else. Now Pugna grabbed by Nigma, a hero that they like quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm not even
And,
sure who that's going to be for.
I guess
They
I
play
generally
it a lot on Mind Control.
That's true. I generally think of mid when I see Pugna, but
Yeah.
I've also seen Mind Control play it.
The last
And
time
it
they were
works well in the
spamming it, they
three.
mostly
Remaining.
gave it to Weeha, I feel like, but we'll see. They play this
5
hero a
seconds
lot.
remaining.
They play a lot of the green nasty heroes still. The Necros, the Pugnas, the Vipers.
Yeah. The green nasty heroes.
I think
I like that.
with the Invoker being shown, you assume that they're going to put the
Turn to
Pugna mid, so I like those bans. And also, I like those bans as well from Nigma. Just get rid of the big, hard
Yeah.
carries. I mean, the Sven's still in that we talked about earlier. But Sven now into Faceless Void, Disruptor, and Pugna.
Yeah, you can't ban them all when it comes to the carries. OG take out a couple of offlaners, the Axe and the Beastmaster. So 2 BKB piercers now removed from the offlane.
Yeah, because they know that they need a BKB carry, right?
Yeah, 100%.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
really don't like Jug. I hope that's not what they go for.
5
Is this a Centaur
seconds
pick for
remaining.
Nigma?
MC Centaur. What else would their? What do they need?
Or,
50
I mean,
seconds here.
if they want...
They need AoE stun under the Phoenix Egg would be really nice right now.
I guess the big question is it a 2 or a 3 Pugna? Is it Weeha or Mind
I think
Control?
it's Weeha.
Okay.
At least
so
that's
we
what I
want
would assume. Maybe they'll have to mix
something
it up.
for MC. Like, what about Mars? Is that a dead hero? They've got the Phoenix.
I mean,
Great setup.
It's like not bad. It's kind of a combo breaker. I'm also thinking about like the Underlord and stuff, but then the Slark's still in.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You don't want to do something too tanky. I mean, if they want to go all in team fight, they could take like a Tide Hunter. You're a little intense in terms of cooldowns, but
yeah, it's a bit spooky. And speaking of which, the Death Prophet's also still in too.
oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, what the
Doom.
hell? Let's Doom still doing it here.
Ninth pick. Well, there you go. Good on you, Nigma.
All right, nice snipe.
That's a great last pick. Yeah,
found a Doom late in the draft.
And there's some flex, right? Pugna Doom. They can still switch those roles
10
around if they want to,
remaining.
depending on what they see here.
Yeah,
5
yeah, 100%.
seconds remaining.
So a good pick for a number of reasons. What's it going to be for OG?
I still think they're going to Sven. I think they're going to they want some mega hyper carry, iron shelled, surged, alacrity bullshit.
I don't think they're going to Jug. I would be stunned if they picked Jug here.
I think Sven's legit. Just get your God Strength off. It lasts 40 seconds now. You can pop it a little early.
Is there any Morphling is still in? Is there any hope for a Morphling? I guess against Doom, that's maybe scary. They take Meepo.
Oh. Wow. Wasn't expecting
mid
that.
one Meepo.
So what the hell is... All right, okay.
Holy moly!
Thompson Invoker, Seb on the Darkseer. Weehaw will be the one to take the Pugna, so it looks like MC will grab the Doom. Huh. Meepo last pick. Is this a good Meepo game?
Well, I never claimed to be much of a Meepo expert, but from what I gather, Sunray is generally considered to be pretty good.
Like, Pugna has enough burst that you could actually kill one of the Meepos. Void is just, in general, scary against a hero like Meepo. Doom counters everyone with the ultimate, but they have a lot of tools to kill Meepo with, is kind of what I'm getting at here.
But they don't have any, the big answers, right?
True.
So that leads me to believe that it must be a pretty good... I mean, whenever a team 10th picks Meepo, I just assume it must be a good Meepo game.
That's fair.
Holy moly!
I guess it doesn't look like a free Meepo game. Maybe I should put it that way.
Here's the things I see. Doom, single target. Pugna, mostly single target, other than Netherblast, which is pretty whatever for Meepo. Static Storm, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Faceless Void, if you get fully wombo comboed, sure, that could be an issue too, but overall, I don't see any the easy answers to Meepo, which is obviously very good.
The Pugna's a weird one because you're right, he is very single target focused, but he does so much damage that he has that ability to, if you just have a Meepo that gets down to half HP, you got to be a little scared of the decrep Q life drain from Pugna because he wrecks.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a fun game nonetheless. Interesting drafts. Nigma OG, game number 1. Upper bracket, no elimination on the line here. Winner will find themselves a spot in the upper bracket finals, facing off against Alliance, one step away from the grand finals. A lot on the line here, Trent.
Yeah.
Dota Pit Europe CIS 2020.
Holy moly!
Still 2 days to go.
They have some pretty serious vacuum combos for Seb this game, though. We got Nets coming out. Got Earth Spikes. We got Invoker. We got Snapfire. They actually have 4 heroes that combo with vacuum.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a bit scary.
Yeah, I haven't seen too much of this Darkseer. I feel like we've been talking about him a lot. Excited to see what Seb can do this game. Seb also rocking the cosmetics game here.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's got the particles.
Ash.
I mean, he's got an Aegis, right? So why not walk on an Aegis? It's very apropos.
Wow. Okay. How come the TI winners don't get free emblems of the? They should definitely get special ones.
I second that. I think that makes a lot of sense. If you're a TI winner, you deserve this cosmetically rare. You shouldn't be able to sell it.
No, there should be a different one. You shouldn't be able to sell it. It should just be on your account. You can turn it on or off if you want, and it should be the color of the TI you want. That would be so dope.
And even if it doesn't last forever, even if it had a timeline on it, I don't know.
No, it should last forever. Are you serious? They want TI.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, fuck it. It's a trophy. That's the biggest achievement you can have in Dota.
Yeah.
Give it to him. You gave him a
slamming that thing down in your pub.
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, that's lifetime style points there.
What would be the best? Oh, imagine the wings ones. Oh, they'd be all red and shit. Oh, they'd look so good. Damn.
those Steam accounts would be worth a lot of money.
There you go. Yeah, you can't sell. You just sell the Steam account.
So, what do we have here? A Phoenix Doom going to be the off lane against this mid one Meepo with a support no tail in the safe lane, not the mid Meepo that many of us are probably accustomed to seeing. That means, of course, mid lane it is going to be Weeha on the Pugna versus the Thompson Invoker. Weeha off to a pretty good start. Thompson can nail these as they push into the tower.
They hold Quaswex Invoker. I'm just kind of here. I'm hoping to draw things out in the lane, guys.
I do that.
It's okay. I've got plenty of regen. I'll be fine.
Yep. Nice tornado. High skill gamer.
And then, of course, down bottom, we've got the Soxa Lion with the Seb Darkseer going up against the Miracle Void and RMN Disruptor. So 2-1-2, no lane shenanigans. RMN going to take a stun.
Yeah, not a super threatening combo here. An Earth Spear, Earth Spike, and Iron Shell.
Oh, Soxa down bottom.
Damn, that early
bit of
time
trouble
dilation
here. I think he's going to be okay. Thunderstrike, one more tick. Can Miracle get this last auto attack? No. RMN also low.
Making it worse.
Man, the slow on Lion's mana drain is up to 35% at level 4.
I mean, it was like, what, 10 or something at first level when they first introduced it? It was really low. They've really been
Now it's
it.
20 at level 1. That is pretty significant.
Yeah.
20% in a mana cost spell.
But you also can't move or do anything, so it's kind of silly.
Yeah, but, you know, you drop your stun, you drop your
Thompson?
hex. Oh, he sidesteps the Q. It was a little scary. You know, Lion has those moments where he's used all of his other cooldowns, and you don't really mind standing there to slow somebody if your carry's hitting them, right?
Man, Thompson is so good. He's crazy. Trent says as he almost dies. Like, he just knows how to push it right to the limit.
Wow. I think I could be an analyst, too. Guys, Thompson's really good in the mid lane.
Yeah, but do you see how he's, like, min-maxing everything there?
Yeah.
Like, how is he not dying? That's crazy. Look at this.
Making it worse.
How is he not dead? Like, Weeha has burnt, like, I don't know, half
out of
his
mana.
HP and 3 Nether Blasts going for kills that just are so close to happening. And it just burns all of Weeha's resources. He basically just wasted the Weeha's advantage. Oh, bottom.
Yep. It's 2 fights at once. No Tail also dies up top. Mid one, hoping for that first blood, but they get it on Seb, and now Soxa also kills Miracle. Team's making our poor observer work for it, but it's a 2 for 2 across the map, and a pretty even trade, actually.
Double kill!
Oh, meanwhile.
Also dies up top. Mid one will burn down afterwards, but does get that kill onto GH first.
He gets a double. He gets the trip back home. Can buy his items.
So-
They're waiting for that low, slow courier.
So both
Ironman's
teams,
disconnected. He doesn't even just stand there getting mana drain.
So both teams lost an offlaner. Both teams lost a position 1, and both teams lost position 4. It looks like.
And then Ironman got lost when he DC'd.
Well, I'm sorry. They traded a 4 for a 5, but very even. Both carries take a tumble. I guess mid one probably the big winner out of all that.
Yeah, I would say so. He got himself a double kill. Died when no one else was around to give anything over.
Chaos in the lane.
Yeah, Thompson. Oh man, he's in a bit of
4
trouble
minutes.
here. He only has a nully coming.
Gets the rune at least. Thompson maybe in some trouble now that GH is here. Trying to get something onto Weeha. Does have the Ghost Walk. Burning, but has plenty of regen.
And they went for the YOLO. Oh man, this is so scary. He does not want to proc on them. Oh, GH. Oh! Wow, it's surprising just like run over.
Here it is, the Q. This one hits, but again, Thompson, he's fine. He's got the stick charges.
This will probably cost him a couple last hits, though. I don't know if he can position that well into the tower right now.
I'm surprised at how even it is still. I mean, Thompson's within 1 or 2 CS of the Pugna. Up top.
He still got most of those. He missed one under the tower like that while being pressured.
Oh, feeds the cookie to mid one. Jumps under tower. This is scary, but he gets it. Poof away. Mid one. Finds a kill on MC.
Meanwhile, Weehaw went down bottom to contest the bounty runes.
Yeah, bottom lane. Saksa on the run. He's going to get blasted, and he's down. We've got our picture-in-picture is now up top. More action coming the way of GH. Mid one reinitiates. Finds the net. Needs a little more damage. No Icarus dive for another 5 seconds. No tail with the cookie.
Yep, gives the coverage to the top juke path. It's the right click anyway. Now, Saksa did, thankfully for the side of OG, grab that bounty rune first. Means that there wasn't a double bottle for Weehaw because he was able to go top, or like go grab the other rune too, or else he would have been like full mana right now.
You're only making it worse.
Does help out Thompson a little bit.
Top lane, mid one. He's going to go for the TP, and he should be good. No way to interrupt. Fiery Sword already used by Doom. The other Meepo getting chased down. Back-to-back kills again. RMN in the bottom lane will fall. And we're still up top as the chase continues. Mid one getting slowed down, brought down low, and he will fall. Big kill for Nigma.
Yeah, GH gets the final touch on that one, so I'll put him in towards his Tranquils. Weehaw sets a bounty on a Meepo. He's upset. Taking my hero.
Double damage.
No tail. Looks like he'll be okay. Creep wave gets pulled out by GH though as they move in to pressure this tier 1 up top with the siege creep.
Like, we've been watching a lot of the battling happening, but kind of quietly, Seb is leading net worth-wise. They've been doing a lot of pulling, taking the camp right next to the lane, just pulling their wave in, using the ion shells, farming that up, and then continuing the pressure under the tower. And
No
Miracle
tail
not
dead
getting
up
a
top.
lot of help.
Radiant
Burned down, the sun ray, the scorched earth. There's a lot of fire.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Both offlaners doing very well.
Fireman, mid lane.
Net worth. Thompson.
Dire's top tower is under
Gonna be
attack.
in some trouble here. TP in from Doxa. Can he save him? Maybe even set up a turn. The MP comes out. Thompson pushing it to the limit. He turns it around. He finds the kill. Phoenix comes in, but I don't know if this is going to be enough damage. They need more fire. Now the stun from No Tail. GH getting turned down. Saksa with a follow-up. It's a 2-for-0 the other way. OG defend their mid and find 2.
Yeah, Disruptor, not the best hero getting in those situations. He presses Q and then puts a little kinetic field under him, but you saw Thompson just completely ignored him until now.
And then might still live. Nope, the stun from No Tail's right there. Thompson, though, does overcommit. Weehaw TP's in, finds a counter kill the other way. 424 gold. That's big for Weehaw, and it looks like he's going to get a second, a double for the Pugna.
That was way too costly to go in for Iron Man after that.
Is under
Yeah.
attack.
Very
Not
greedy.
worth. And now Pugna's #1 on net worth.
Yeah, and getting some time to pressure the tower. They've actually brought in Miracle, hoping for the TP back in, I'm guessing, right? They were hoping that maybe Thompson would just like instantly TP back in. They could throw a Chrono down, but he got spotted by
Dire's middle
Sox
tower
at first.
is under attack.
Mind you, they might have known this was happening anyway since Seb's like completely alone down bottom, but I don't think they can contest
Radiant's
this.
bottom tower
No.
is under
Very
attack.
good play from Nigma.
I like the read of the game because it is a common thought. Again, Boker, get back to the lane ASAP. Top lane now. See initiation onto Doom. He's going to take a tumble. Thompson TP's up top instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Seb, he's been farming a lot, catching those side camps, but he has not been pressuring the tower all that much while Miracle was gone. So Miracle's still going to get a little bit of farm when he returns. And now Seb, he can like kind of farm up these waves and everything, but it's not that big of a deal. I feel like Miracle's still just going to live down here for a while.
Like Mechanism, going to be the first item for Seb. Guardian Greaves Dark Seer, very standard stuff. Grabbing some auras. We definitely know what this hero can do with farm, so not a bad thing for OG, but Miracle also fairly happy down here. Although surprised the Miracle net worth isn't higher. 3,200, pretty far behind the Meepo, his counterpart on the side of OG.
Yeah, he got
Dire's
pressured
top
really
tower
hard.
is under attack.
Yeah, well, speaking of pressured hard, 4 heroes in his lane now. Miracle with a good read on the situation, hiding in the trees, so he'll be safe for now.
Dire's top
This is
tower
really important because they
falling.
can't just leave him down here alone because he can
Radiant's
handle
bottom
just Seb,
tower
right?
is
So they have to bring all these heroes down to try and pressure Miracle.
Yep, Doom comes out though onto Seb.
Nice hex. Oh,
Well, in trouble. He's done. Seb probably not going to live here, but they can at least go for the deny. Soxa.
I think he's
gets
alive.
low, but also makes it out. Nope. Thompson gives him the right click. A 1-for-1, but with the deny, much favoring OG. Now No Tail. He's going to be in some trouble. The Decrep buffs up that extra damage from Thunderstrike. They will trade a 1-for-2, but killing that Void, so valuable.
Yep, nice deny. I mean, honestly, it's better to deny than to live at 1 HP anyway, so.
Yeah. Static Storm, trying to find the Invoker here. Kinetic Shield up a little bit too high. Thompson alive for now, but in some trouble. Has to juke to the other side. Does get dusted. Now Miracle's here. And Vizrune not going to help him out. Thompson will fall. 4 heroes of Nigma, though, making that rotation.
Big save down bottom, and that all started though by Soxa getting the hex onto Miracle when he first jumped in there, or he had a 3-man chrono easily set up.
Yeah.
And then they did the 100 to 0 him, and that will be the first charge on Soxa for the finger of death kills.
Top lane, mid one. He's got one Meepo here. Mind control coming in. He's going to stop the poop. This could be scary. Mid one gets out.
He's still burned down.
Still going to die. The double fire, the Infernal Blade, plus the burn from the Phoenix. Good setup. Great play from GH, too, to keep the Meepo around in time for the Doom to get there.
Yeah, and then he gets 735 XP as well.
Yeah.
He's got more XP than Mind Control.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Smoke up from OG,
Radiant's
though.
middle tower is under attack.
Looks like headed to the bottom lane. Nigma also going to smoke in the Dire jungle.
Dire's top tower
Trailing the
is under
movement of
attack.
OG right now.
It's a pretty
Radiant's
wild
middle
encounter
tower is
here.
under attack.
If they actually come in behind him like this?
Scanning.
Oh, but
Did Nigma see this smoke?
no, I don't
Or are they
think
just
so.
reading this? Okay.
Oh, did Nigma see? I don't know, actually. I wasn't looking.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I don't think they
attack.
did, but they are reading this just about perfectly. 4 heroes from OG
Oh, look at
down
this
bottom.
chrono.
4 heroes from Nigma. Miracle gets it on 2. Soxa doesn't get caught, but Seb probably going to be in some trouble here. The Met comes out. He kind of sustains. The Doom also flies. No Tail Seb both down. And the Invoker takes a tumble as well. 3 on the sideline. Glimpse back. Soxa now going to be in a world of hurt. Nigma with a brilliant rotation. Perfectly reading that smoke movement.
Yeah, that was filthy. they wanted to use that catapult wave to pressure bottom, and Nigma were well aware of that fact. And now they want the 4th, rather the 5th of the Meepo. Make sure that he cannot freely farm these ancients.
Yeah. They repel the Meepo.
Tower is under attack.
GH though, caught by a net. Mortimer, he's kissing her. Does get off the egg, but can mid one kill it? It's going to be close. He does get it, but sets up for Weehaw to find the counter kill. Weehaw goes in deep though. Now he gets brought down. RMN, Static Storm, Kinetic Field won't be enough. Seb vacuums him back in. Glimpse, that'll be enough to keep him alive. Now the stun onto Miracle. They need a little bit more though. The Finger of Death isn't enough. Time walk up to the high ground. He lives as well.
A little bit of save your buddy syndrome there as Weehaw tried to get that egg off. That would have been huge if he did by utilizing the decrep, but couldn't get him.
Yep. It was a good try. Still a quite even game. 13 minutes, 16 to 13. Down to a 2K net worth lead for Nigma.
Well, Miracle, a little bit of an unconventional farming item these days, it feels like, in the Massive Madness. We purchased up here.
Yep, a long history on Void. Obviously, buffing up his damage in Chrono is pretty good. Lifesteal also very good to farm sustainably.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Just all the Midasers these days, you know. But I still like this build.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How much armor do you lose now? You lose
Scanning.
8 armor.
Dire's
So,
top tower
I mean, again,
is
it's
under
Faceless
attack.
Void, not that big of a deal because you don't usually take physical damage when you're in the Chrono.
Yep. 110 attack speed. And I don't know if you played Void recently, but his attack speed leaves a lot to be desired.
Look at
with
MC,
items.
he's mid and he is the Purge creep. So they can't Surge save.
That's Radiant Sentry.
All right, Surge.
Go in onto Thompson. They pull him back. Thompson definitely dead.
Radiant's bottom tower
RMN
is
getting
under
credit
attack.
there. And mind control with the tip.
He's been tipping him quite a bit this game. He's been throwing around. I saw Seb, he even pump faked the surge and he was like, oh, there's no point. The Doom's just sitting with the purge.
They're going to walk right into mid one. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, Chrono on top. Mortimer Kiss is getting dumped in by No Tail. The Doom's actually taking a lot of damage. They get Soxa first. Looks like a rough fight for Nigma after getting mid one, though. They're all so low, no mana, but they do get both kills. Buyback on tops, and OG can't find any counter kills.
Yeah, just weak stun strikes anyways. They toss another tip on the top left. Was there a pump before this mind control, huh? Anything you want to tell us?
Yeah. He's letting some of that rage out. Get it out of your system in game one here, MC. That's
He's just a friendly guy, you know? That's all. He's just saying hello. See?
Yeah, look at that. Lakad Matatag.
It's like the second time I've heard that all patch.
Get some coaching sessions from GH on how to be a nice guy. Well, Nigma furthering their lead. Now up to 3K net worth. OG still with the 2 top farmers in the game. Seb and mid one. Mind control, he's stunned up. Gonna be in some trouble here, but Thompson also very low. They do get mind control first. Now the glimpse back. Thompson, no escape.
Yeah, let him go.
A 1-for-1. Remember, that is a dieback. Thompson bought back for the last fight. Mid one now jumps in, gets a nice net. They snipe down Weehaw, and they'll find one more, it looks like, in the Phoenix.
Double kill!
Plenty of CC there. Hunting for more. Nigma will get out of dodge after losing 3.
GH with the cheeky Phoenix item of the Meteor Hammer. So you can be diving and you can channel it. So like mid dive, you can like lay down the hammer and you can return to your starting point and it'll finish the hammer wherever you did it at.
Oh,
I assume it still works that way. I haven't seen it in a while, but
Doom walks up to the tower, has a little bit of follow-up in the Static Storm. Miracle does not have a chrono, though. They lose mind control. Now Miracle, he's going to be hexed up, rooted, big damage coming his way. Mortimer Kisses, they've got him. That was a blunder from Nigma for sure.
yeah, that's a bit rough. I mean, look at that. I'm thinking like, man, Snapfire doesn't do that much damage anymore, but it doesn't really matter when you have Meepo poofing for like 582. It's pretty good.
It does enough, though, right? Like, yeah, you're right. Mortimer
It was like 270
totally
for 4
broken.
bloops.
There's a burn on the ground, too. Soxa finds RMN. This Lion starting to pick up some momentum here.
Killing spree!
Easy kill.
Please!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That brings us back
I do like
down
the
to
way
even.
crafted this in terms of having this great initiation that the Meepo can very easily follow up.
It is a good mop and bucket game. Like,
Yeah.
several times he's just kind of coming in after the chaos, and again, big cooldowns. Very, very many big cooldowns on Nigma, Chrono, Doom, Egg. So once those have been thrown down in the fight, that's when mid one feels very comfortable hopping in. And GH just looking to keep the lanes pushed here. He's got Philosopher's Stone and the Meteor Hammer, so there's a lot of gold potential coming for GH the next while. I expect him to move up the chart a little bit.
Yeah, that's a cool mechanic with the Meteor Hammer. Reminds me of, like, have you ever done a Witch Doctor Underlord ult? You drop the Death Ward, then he takes you out. The Death Ward still stays channeling wherever you put it.
That seems insanely long to set up, but I love it.
Is under attack.
It's still cool. It's just one of those, like, it knows no
The old
distance.
hooking the black hole, you know?
Yep, exactly. Chrono set up down bottom onto the Meepo. A little bit of follow-up from OG, but they might not be able to save mid one. It's going to be close. He actually sustains through it. Almost turns onto the void, but it's not enough. They also get No Tail, 2 dead for OG. Another good fight for Nigma as this game continues to go back and forth. Looks like Soxa will also burn down. That will make it the 3-0 as Seb appears to be getting away.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
I can't believe that Meepo lived as long as he did, though. That got a little dicey for a second.
Yeah, GH, I don't know if he got canceled on the Sunray. I think he must have got cold snapped or something because the Sunray stopped burning through, which gave him a little bit of a space to maybe survive there. Yeah, pretty unlikely you're going to manage to survive, especially at this point in the game. Chrono just a little bit too much Hey, no-tail got a bounty rune in the shovel. Nice. Instantly gonna smoke up. They want to fight when there's none of these big cooldowns. Everything just got spent. So they need a fight and they need a an objective after this.
RM man with the good manners. Drops the P before the pause.
He is an old school player.
You don't see that every pause.
That's what I'm saying. He's old school.
Yeah.
They used to do that.
Absolutely.
Aghanims queued up for the Invoker. Thompson's still a little ways away, but making some item progression. Lowest of the cores right now, though. It's been a little bit of a tough game for Thompson. He's been their sacrificial lamb, 3, 5, and 5. A lot of these fights where OG have gotten good trades, it's been Thompson that dies early in the battle. So he is suffering from a net worth perspective.
Yeah, he's kind of tossing the body in a little bit to help out the Meepo, it feels like, because Snapfire is pretty tanky, but No-Tail's, I think, actually, what I would point out is that No-Tail's doing a very good job of playing in the front of these team fights as the Snapfire. I think that's one mistake that Snapfire players make a lot, is that they see that you have these ranged abilities, and so they kind of hang back, but you got to make use of that strength. I mean, it's your primary role for a reason. You gotta be tanky.
Feels like more often than not this game, No-Tail is actually in the front line, like securing kills by getting stuns with the cookie that he puts on himself.
And he's like, we always talk about the maximum range of the, speaking of the free.
Yeah, they find Weeha. Yeah, that's a nice catch. There was a smoke from OG right before that pause. So that is what caught him off guard. Now they'll find RMN. They get a few more to close the gap. Thompson, the Kid Invoker's cruising his way over, and he does catch him. RMN will fall. Sunstrike comes out a little late.
Clothe yourself in knowledge. For all the good your scraps of armor.
But yeah, actually, like playing in front, even though you have the big range in the Mortimer Kisses, like most of No-Tails have been like point blank.
I always forget that Snapfire is a strength hero.
Yeah.
Primary role is strength.
That's why the Greaves
3.3 strength gain per level. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Roshan now under assault. Mid one a little bit low. There's the Greaves from Seb. And I think OG will get away with this. Roshan down. Aegis in the hands of mid one.
So again, this comes back to the cooldowns. They won that huge fight down bottom. Excellent chrono. Perfect setup there with the egg too. But then when nothing's available, that's when OG have to make their big plays. And so they've successfully done it here again.
Bounty.
Meepo.
And now the next fight, 20 seconds away. It will be probably BKB. Will be the time when they start moving again, since Miracle's so close.
Yep. And also, big item coming out on the Meepo, the E-Blade. He stopped off with the Dragonlance to get some stats, the Blink Dagger for initiation, and now we're going for the big one. Max out that Agi, and also gives you a defensive tool.
They're going to have Blink on
kind of
too.
I feel...
It looks like OG are setting up for a smoke, though, with how they're clustering.
Would seem so.
Yeah, they're letting No-Tail push out mid.
Miracle still has a couple hundred gold to farm, though, before this BKB. Close, but not there yet. Soxa has a Blink queued up. Did go for the Aether Lens first, but Blink Aether on Lion is going to be very scary for Nigma.
They took a really long time to smoke there. Mind control's going to
might find something, though. Whoa! Breaks the smoke, blinks back just in time. Okay, so the jig is up. They know that OG are hunting.
Oh, and they're going to try and defensively smoke back to the base.
Wow, they break it immediately, and they catch Miracle. That's his whole mana bar. Thompson stuck inside the static storm. Can just be going to be 1-for-1. They've caught Weeha as well. Mid one, running amok in the back line. That's a buyback. Aegis still in the hands of this Meepo, but he might just push it to the limit here, and he will. Egg comes down. Aegis comes back up. Mistimed slightly for the Phoenix stun. Big damage on the Meepo, and mid one is down. OG now looking to retreat. They've lost 2. They don't have this numbers advantage, and Seb in the front line getting locked down. Good cookie. Vacuum connects on 3. TP out from Soxa, and the glimpse back onto Seb. They're going to lock him in place. There's that disruptor counter to the Darkseer. Nigma, they burn a buyback, but they take a good fight.
Yeah, that was well worth it. Very good play. Man, that's disappointing when you blow up Miracle that hard, and now he didn't even have to like blow the chrono or anything on his respawn or something. Like the fight wasn't still going, so now they have chrono available. That's a big problem. Now they can probably get this tier 2 tower up top. Look how low it is. Yeah, that tower is free. So now they're going to have to be worried about the outpost come 30 minutes.
Yeah, and we talked about the heroes that Nigma have against Meepo, and not the best Meepo counters, but we saw in that fight, they've got enough AoE magic damage between the Pugna Q, the Sunray from the Phoenix, and everything else that mid one's still susceptible.
I think the Doom on Seb's huge too, because like he's got the Greaves and the Pipe. I'm not sure if they got popped or not, but he's definitely the target you want.
Yeah, definitely right.
Dire's top tower.
And tower goes down despite OG's best efforts to try to defend it there. No hope. No-Tail finds himself another ward. Small consolation. A 5v5 brewing. Meepo trying to split push down bottom as Mind Control jumps in. They do not have Doom, but they do have Chrono. Hex comes out. There's the BKB. Chrono. Nice. Miracle, he biffs it. Pops the BKB to just right-click against mid one. Mind Control will fall first. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. Phoenix Egg might do some work here. They're trying to get to work on it, and No-Tail gets to it in time. They do get mid one, but it's 2 down on the side of Nigma. Weehaw finds a counter kill. Miracle still alive. OG might not have finished this fight yet. Still trying to pressure this Pugna as Soxa gets brought down low, and Miracle does find that kill. Buyback on the way. They're getting double bashes onto Thompson, but he still survives. 80 HP is Weehaw. Just barely makes it back up to the high ground. Kinetic Field buying him some space as Seb tries to chase him down. Well done by RMN to keep him alive.
Finger in 1 second.
Now, is it going to cost him Miracle? Nope. He time walks back in time.
Oh, Seb's so slow. The time dilation, 4 spells. Oh, I can't move.
Nigma take a really good fight there.
RMN, very impactful Static Storm, even though they only got 1 Meepos. Ooh, thanks. Oh, bounty rune and a finger kill.
Deals the bounty. They drop the finger. They need 1 more. They need it. They've got it.
It came into play. Now get out.
It cost some Thompson, though, and it's probably going to cost Soxa as well. Down he goes. A 2 for 1. Sure, they got the bounty rune, but Nigma show up with the punishment.
That might have been a solid case of the old not worths. Man, I can't believe how well that fight went for Enigma, considering they whiffed the chrono. That was a sick blink out of mid one. He like jumped, he like kind of leapfrogged Miracle right to the back line and started targeting back there. But then Armin managed to get just, he got the main Meepo trapped inside the Static Storm, and he was just burning down. Just not able to get out or do anything. Tried to eat it himself, just took more damage and died.
Yeah, the E-Blade usually is a great save. A 3-hero vacuum coming out of Seb, but he is going to get chased down. Freebie for Nigma.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, it's Meepo is still on top, but
it's starting
not
to feel
feeling that good.
Yeah, Miracle is just looking for the Mjolnir on Faceless Void, so more AoE magic damage. And, of course, more attack speed for him as well to get those right clicks going inside the chrono.
Everyone's heading for the site, though, so we'll have some tools here to try and help out.
Dire's middle tower
Blink Hex Meepo. It's always a potential win condition there. It's a double Hex initiation.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh, they have a ward. They see mid one's Meepos. And they have chrono.
They drop it. They only needed to catch 1. It was close, but Miracle still finds it.
Oh, he canceled the meteor hammer. What happened?
Okay.
Oh, okay. They still burn.
That was weird.
It was weird. Meanwhile, in the mid, Mind Control is going to be okay. Front lining. No-Tail makes it to the high ground of the TP. He'll be good. Not even close. Unfortunately for OG, though, Soxa's now very far from the Blink Dagger with that last buyback. Nice flip. Uh-oh. But they find some vengeance. A Doom into Static Storm Kinetic Field. He gets booped over the side, but still might die to the Doom. And 100%. Weehaw will finish him off.
Man, time dilation is so good versus their heroes.
Haha. Bluff called.
I mean, they're just spamming so many spells. I mean, they have Invoker too. We haven't even talked about that because he only got time to like once this game, but Invoker's one of those ones that really hurts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, again, Bristleback may be S tier in terms of how much time dilation cripples him, but Invoker is pretty high up on that list also.
Yeah.
Probably borderline S tier himself. 34 to 26. Nigma starting to pull ahead. Biggest lead we've seen yet this game. Graph hasn't even updated yet. Upwards of 5,000, and XP starting to get a little out of control. Now upwards of 10,000. And you can see it on that level chart. Support's starting to fall behind a little bit on OG.
Yeah, they Dota Plus is suggesting about a 67% win rate for Nigma. I would agree with that. I think that sounds pretty fair. Maybe a little higher. I might give him like 70. I think that like we've reached that stage of the game where pretty much every fight's going to have a chrono.
Yes.
Like in the early game, you can play. Maybe it's different now with the 160. I'm not sure. That's a long time, but especially in like that early and mid game, you can fight around chrono timings. But as the game gets later and respawn timers get longer, it's really hard to like fully assemble all of your squad again. Plus, a lot of the fights also keep revolving around big objectives like Roche. And when it's such a big timer being there, then it's very likely they're going to have the chrono back.
I mean, I think the longer this game goes on, the easier it's going to get for the team with Faceless Void. He is the ultimate scaling this game. He's gotten past the really difficult part, right? He's got BKB, he's got Maelstrom, he's not getting insta-gibbed in team fights anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's also the fact that BKB is still really good, even outside of the Chrono and the Doom. It's like a really good BKB game for OG, but they have a Meepo.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Unfortunately, probably one of the worst BKB carriers in the game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
The value is not there. Yeah, a little nervous for OG right now. And you can also see like Nigma being the aggressors. They're constantly on the other side of the map. They're looking to make plays. They're trying to catch this Meepo. And OG doing a good job farming in the safe parts of the map right now, reading these movements of Nigma, taking pretty aggressive positions, looking for ganks themselves. But now in the mid, it might be Thompson that gets caught. He's going to bump right into the Void. And that'll be the end of his mana bar. Okay.
Surge is this?
Bounty runes come out. 3 picked up for OG. Pardon me, 2 picked up for OG.
Mid one just did a lot of split pushing up top, so they're going to try and smoke out now with some space.
Invisibility.
Thompson very alone up here. Has to watch his step. Does not want to hit anyone with this Ghost Walk.
Yep. He did face check.
He knows they're roshing.
Aegis cheese.
Oh my god, look at this perimeter they're setting up here. Soxa and Thompson in a very unexpected position.
Radiant's courier.
Is this going to work though? Meteor Hammer, EMP Tornado from the high ground. They'll jump in onto the Phoenix, a very spread out engagement, but Thompson actually getting collapsed on, and he'll be the one that goes down first. Now the Chrono comes out. It looks like a pretty good setup. A lot of damage being dumped into it, and the Meepo is getting destroyed. Meepo down. 2 buybacks now from OG. They'll try to get back into this fight, but they've lost Soxa. They've lost No-Tail. Soxa will be stuck on the sidelines. They clip back Seb, and it is a disaster for OG. They tried something big there, and it backfires completely. They have to burn 4 buybacks to repel the Roche. The cost astronomical.
Yeah.
Now a 13k net worth favor for Nigma.
There were parts that looked good, like that big vacuum where he caught everyone inside the Chrono, but the BKBs were still rolling. So No-Tail was trying to pump some damage in there with the Mortimer's Kisses, but it just wasn't there.
Well, here's the YOLO play from OG. They run into the pit. They fought back for this. They do get the kill onto Doom. There's no Chrono. This is the moment. Buyback on Doom. They need more here. The kinetic field locking Meepo in place, and he's actually going to die. Weeha's got the single target damage. They're going to find another as well. Thompson getting locked down, bashed up inside of the kinetic field. 2 diebacks now on OG. Nigma continuing to press. Seb on the run. Does get out of dodge. Looking to TP. Whoa, that was close. OG in big trouble, though. 70 seconds. 2 big cores stuck on the sideline, and Nigma getting closer to the base. Miracle jumps forward, does drop that time dilation. glimpse back, and they'll find Saksa. Not a dieback here, but another hero lacking buyback to get into the game.
Yeah, with the Pugna, you don't really have to just like run and get Aegis to go high ground either. Yep. GA just paying Weehaw for dropping items.
Why did he do that? I thought he was going to use Arcane Boots, but he seems to sit on Brown Boots.
Yeah, he was just dropping items.
He was just dropping items. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just making sure. That was a little victory dance, I guess.
He gave them the wand, though. MC said this is rude, and he picked it back up.
Dire's middle tower has
I
fallen.
think that was Weehaw's way of saying, I know Meepo better than you. This wasn't a good Meepo game, boys. That's going to be a mid lane of Barracks, and now a 16k net worth favor. Win rate for OG now into the single digits. A pretty intense early game, very back and forth, but now Nigma looking for the closer.
I mean, they have Chrono up too. This could be juicy. Oh, if only they left a ward right here too, but there's no sentries. Oh, they're smoking. Oh, here she blows.
Also smoke. They're gonna go in.
Oh, it's a good one.
The charge. Chrono connects on 2. He still finds the Meepo. Sunray, egg. They'll burn him down. Meepo dead. No buyback. BKBs get popped. The egg comes off, and now Saksa falls. They'll have the buyback now. It's cooled down, but they also catch No Tail. 2 dead. No buybacks, and Seb gonna be left behind. That's got to be close to a GG moment, and it is. No Tail calls it. 34 minutes. Nigma take game 1.
Oh, no, Saksa, he got it. 6 charges.
All right. Little morale booster there for Saksa at the end. Nigma, though, the Void proves too much. They draft this beautiful Wombo combo, and
Radiant team
For OG
ban.
was one of the teams that we first cast with the Topson Venge mid. Has that kind of
OG's turn to
fallen
ban.
out of vogue? No longer the popular ish?
All the items it built are worse, right? It used to just
Yeah.
like pretty much
Yes.
all of its items got nerfed. So I think
Okay.
it's like a little bit
So it's
worse.
done.
It was pretty dependent on like Broken Helm, and then even the new helm got nerfed again.
10
So
seconds remaining.
I think it's a little bit out. I think it's still playable, but I think the support
5
Venge
seconds.
offers most of the
Radiant
stuff that you
ban.
want to get anyway. Oh yeah, AM's a good one to ban too. Now it's pretty annoying for
Radiant
Doom
team
still.
Pick.
I think we've seen AM banned. Feels like every game so far this tournament.
Yeah.
Nobody bold enough to first phase him, and also nobody bold enough to leave him in for the second picking phase. So Vector Invoker taken out, and then also
10
that
seconds
dreaded
remaining.
Pugna from the last game that Weehaw played so well.
Profit
5
is still in.
seconds remaining.
Natures or death?
And well, both, but I was thinking Nature's. Bat Rider is banned. Just trying to think of MC heroes. Especially the pair well with Clockwork. I guess they could Darkseer themselves.
Yeah,
Because the AM's banned. But the Oracle's still in. But then they have Oracle Ench. And Ench could play 4.
Darkseer with clock is pretty darn nice.
I think... Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to judge Darkseer still. Maybe Darkseer, you really want to see the position 1 first, though.
I still don't love Darkseer that much in a vacuum, but I have gotten got by underestimating the mind control Darkseer many a time. I don't know that there's a such thing as a bad Darkseer game when mind control has that hero. I really... It's like universe level. You know, there's just a couple players out there that play this Darkseer on another level, and I can't exactly explain why they're so good with it. They just are.
I just missed the universe offlane Faceless Void. And that guy was just a chrono bot. Oh, man. That guy had the best chronos ever.
Oh, the good old days. Viper now picked up by Nigma.
Okay, that's pretty hype. That's a nice flexible... Well, Viper's not that hype, but it's a very flexible position 3 or position 2 hero. Kind of like they're in a bit of a rough spot in terms of the pick here, and I think this is a nice way to solve it.
Remaining.
It's kind of a catch-all, right? Viper is play-aroundable,
seconds
very
remaining.
physically slow. One of his biggest weaknesses. You know, he deters like an Ursa pick and some of those other key heroes, like Lifestealer. You probably don't really want to play into Viper. So it certainly feels safe. And as you mentioned last game, Nigma still very eager to pick these nasty green heroes. They've got Rubik and Viper here, so staying within the theme.
Viper's so annoying. I still don't really know what the answer is to this hero.
To Viper?
Yeah, just for like, I mean, I guess the answer is jungling, right? That's that's what the answer is.
Run away
we do
from
have Storm
it.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Still in.
Mobile heroes. I think that's really the counterplay.
Storm actually looks kind of nice since they have a Clockwork too. Have to really worry about cogs.
Yeah.
Faceless
Might not have to pick
Void.
it quite yet. Take your time, but
So they grabbed the Void this time. It was in the hands of Miracle, and now OG likely to put it in the hands of Mid One.
yeah. They have some good combos with the Ench already, right? It can pump in a lot of
10
damage.
seconds remaining.
Could be a Seb Ench too, theoretically. He does like that hero quite a bit. I don't know, we'll
5
see.
seconds remaining.
Probably going to be support, just throwing it out there.
Yep. But the Doom is
OG's
flexible.
turn to
Mid, off lane.
Oh, nice. A
Sladar.
Okay, so now they see the position 1, right? That makes your life so much easier when you're an offlane player, knowing what the carry is going to be. So now, Faceless Void loves to deal with burst damage, right? Because he can just time-lapse it off.
Yep.
Doesn't time-lapse. Time-walk it off. Doesn't care.
10 seconds remaining.
But Slider is just that slow, consistent damage over time. And you have to be really careful when he
5
gets to the 3
seconds
stacks,
remaining.
because what if the Clockwork runs it with a battery assault?
turn
And
to
suddenly you
ban.
get bashed once, and then a couple more bashes, and
Oh,
buddy.
baby. All right. Well, you asked, how do we deal with Viper? If this hero's mid, I think Arc will deal with Viper just fine. I'm pretty sure that's a matchup that Arc is pretty darn happy with.
This hero's something else,
10
man.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. And does appear to be a pretty
5
open
seconds
game. I don't think
remaining.
any of these
Radiant
4
team
heroes pose any significant threat
geez,
as like a
turn
specific
to
counter
ban.
pick to the Arc Warden.
They do have clock, though. I mean, at least that's something, right?
It's somebody to get in the back line. Yeah, I guess you're right.
But still, it's not much.
I wouldn't call that a hard counter by any stretch.
Especially because he's probably going to buy Pyke anyway.
Yep. I do really like Slardar, though. I think he is a little bit of a sleeper hero. I don't know if he's been getting picked up in games that we haven't cast. Haven't really seen him at all in North America. But he hits hard. He gives you Roche options. He's got some pretty good item builds. He's like Centaur, but with a little more control and more physical damage. Great lockdown. Big fan of this hero.
Yeah, good bans on the Prophet, too, though, because that would have been a nice hero to kind of round out their damage.
Global presence to play with the Arc Warden.
And the Chrono. Yeah, just like solid initiation across the map.
Brood, also a good ban from OG.
Yeah, I don't know if he just banned Meepo anyway or what. It's hot on everyone's minds. Is there something more valuable to ban?
And they have a pretty good lineup for dealing with Meepo between Chrono, Doom, Arc Warden's got a lot of damage. They actually banned the Ursa instead.
Would have been a pretty fast tempo to try and deal with.
Yeah.
Doom wouldn't really want to
Ursa and Viper. It's like Ursa, Viper, Slardar. I could very much see those heroes dominating lanes, coming together for an early Roche, and just taking over the mid game.
I thought they might ban the PA.
PA, huh?
I mean, it's a Slardar. It's like got Blink. And the PL is also still in, which is another pretty decent hero in this situation, I feel like.
Well, what should Nigma be thinking about banning here? I'm having trouble reading what OG are going to want to finish off this draft.
Yeah, they do have a ton of flexibility.
Obviously, last pick will be going to Nigma, so OG is going to get to pick after this ban.
If they picked a really like strong offlane hero, like an Underlord or something, the Doom could be a 4.
Yeah,
or a
exactly.
I guess that could have been it too.
It's like Arc Warden and Void are the 1 and 2. It's this 3, 4, 5 that we're trying to figure out with Ench, Doom.
I think the Ench is probably a 5. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. It's mostly just between 7 Doom.
Okay.
Is he the Doom or is Soxa the Doom? And then is there anything more valuable here to help us out?
5 seconds remaining.
They could look for another Lion-esque hero for Soxa that brings a little more control to the table. And no, they go back for the Brewmaster. So,
wow.
I actually don't like it. Could be a 4 Brew.
Soxa has played a lot of Brew.
Yeah.
So has No Tail, though.
Very interesting. Did not see that pick coming at all.
He got a lot of buffs. They're basically just number tweaks, but it was just kind of like across the board buffs for the hero.
Phantom Assassin.
And they will in fact go for the PA as expected.
Called it. So looking for some one-shot daggers with the amplified damage or the corrosive haze. This
reminds me of our Ricky game yesterday where it's like, yeah, they're definitely going to pick Ricky, but the other team just lets it through. Like, I know they, but they understand that, like, if they go for it, they're in trouble. So,
I mean, I think
it will be the core.
PA is a hero that generally has some issues right now. We're pretty much only seeing PA picked up in games where she has an enabler, like a Magnus with the Empower, or in this case, the corrosive haze from the Slardar. So, G just somewhat confident that they can handle the Phantom Assassin. Nigma are going to be looking to control Roche, though. I can pretty much guarantee that based on this lineup. It's going to be a big objective this game.
Yeah, not easy, though, versus Arc Warden, Brewmaster, and Faceless Void.
Yeah, you're definitely right. OG can stop it. They can't kill it nearly as quickly, though. I guess I'm picturing Nigma just, one missed Chrono, or you take a fight and Chrono's on cooldown, then you just run into the pit and you kill it in 10 seconds before they can even react.
All right, so let's see here. I'm just going to go through the full version history now of the Brewmaster. So he got the Thunderclap. All right, so Thunderclap used to do 8 seconds slow on creeps for some reason, which was kind of funny, but now it only does 4 seconds. They got rid of that little change. Doesn't really matter, I don't think.
8 seconds is a long time, though. Yeah. It's like egregious.
They tuned down the lower levels of Cinder Brew, which kind of sucks because that was a pretty good laning ability. But they did reduce the mana cost at least, so now it's like 50, 60, 70, 80 instead of just a flat 80.
Less damage, more spammable.
Yeah, they reduced the cast backswing on it as well. But then the pandas all got buffed. So the fire attack backswing was from 0.57 to 0.3. They increased the attack damage of the wind panda by a little bit, by like 10, or the storm panda rather. And then the Earth Panda movement speed is really cool because now it's faster even at level 1. And when you get to level 18, it's 370 movement speed in the Earth Panda. So it's just like trying to keep up with the mobility creep that's been happening not only in Dota, but also as the game progresses. So hopefully your ultimates will be like a little bit more effective. They killed the crit build though. A little bit. They lost 20% on the level 25 Drunken Brawler damage.
Okay, that hurts a little bit. So no longer the...
I mean, it used to be 175. They've slowly been killing it.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, Brew, another one of these heroes. He got like the Underlord treatment. It was just a lot of little changes just across the board. A little... Everything got tuned up. Well, we saw what happened to Underlord. They had to tune him back down.
I remember we talked about this buff before. So back in 7.22, the Agnivs now also increases the Primal Split Brewling's movement speed by 100. And it removes the movement speed limit. So when you buy the... And it's not listed. It gives them bonus movement speed too. But the no cap is kind of the crazy thing. So sometimes they can get like insanely speedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't see the Ags come out onto Brew that often anymore.
I wouldn't be expecting it.
Not a very common item, but as you said, they are slowly making it a little bit more appealing piece by piece. It's the hand slap, mid one, and GH.
Hand slap? Is that what you call them? Hand slaps.
Hand slaps. They high five, dude. What do you call them?
High fives?
Let me guess. You call it paper, rock, scissors, huh?
I'm not that cool.
Well, another 2-1-2, perhaps. Actually, 3 heroes starting up top for Nigma, so maybe looking for a first blood. See a dedicated tri-lane.
Probably just a first blood. But depends on what Soxa does. That's the Doom down bottom.
Well, they scouted out. No Tail knocks down that tree and sees RMN right away.
We still get some licks in.
I don't know. Nigma might be happy to try to force the tri-lane if they can get the TP up here, because 1v1, Slardar should beat the Brewmaster. Like, Slardar traditionally very good in these melee matches.
Soxa didn't do the early Devour. Right? He didn't do like the one down here at the bottom, so he waited for the spawn. So they don't need the Clockwork because the Doom's not doing anything yet. It's still just a 1v1 bottom.
Okay, Doom is going to TP up. We are in tri-lane scenario now.
Oh, wow. Mid one with a really greedy time walk there. Not really punished too hard, though.
Yep, he'll be okay. And checking in on mid, the Topson Arc Warden against the Weeha Viper. Pretty even to start. Very curious how this lane will go, though. Back up top now. Some damage exchanged into No Tail. No kill. Kind of an odd tri-lane, but the new Ench, not bad in these scenarios. Soxa gonna get caught by Battery Assault, but the slow is there. Mid one. A little bit of damage, mitigated by Time Walk.
Miracle's still just holding the point as well. And this courier's been chilling in the tower for quite a while now. No Tail looking to get some space to send it back home.
Down bottom, Mind Control, putting the work in against Seb. Might find a first blood. No, Seb does survive, but getting bullied pretty hard. You can see that CS disparity.
And this is where that early changes to the Ignite are going to hurt, because like this is already going to be a bad matchup. This is not going to be a lot of fun.
Now back top, Miracle in the tree line. The tri-lanes are ready to battle. Mid one jumps in. No Tails here. Can they get this kill on Miracle? No, it's Soxa that falls. Mid one, pardon me. Nigma find a double. Mid one, the lone survivor. A small silver lining for OG now that this tri-lane's been lost.
And he's just limping back to the tower, and Ironman doesn't even care.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. OG were the aggressors there. And mid actually going very well for Viper. Weeha is winning right now, 12-8 compared to the 7-2 Topson Warden.
He can, if you think about it, like Viper can just like walk up, right? There's not a lot of punish, especially with the corrosive skin, because there is some hazard for Topson.
Yep.
The return damage, but there we go. 2 points in the flux now. That's where when I understand things get a little bit better.
Okay. Still a scary amount of denies on that Viper for 3 minutes into the lane.
Looks like old Viper.
Yeah. Seriously. Battle up here. They've got the speed aura, the Cobalt Foreman. It's in no tail a little bit. RMN taking the whip. Oh no, the courier getting whipped down by the Cobalt. He gets it. Damn, drink that challenge.
All right,
Cobalt.
that is actually so sick that the Cobalt can do that. A glorious death. He went out like a Klingon, man.
Dude. See you in Stovokor. That's the Klingon afterlife.
No, I knew. Trust me, I appreciated that. Don't worry. I guess for the people, you know.
For the layman's out there. For the Star Wars fans out there, so they can be in on it too.
It's okay. I was like you two once, guys. Don't worry. There's hope for you all.
I too used to like Star Wars. Mid one up top, able to survive. Mid one. He's actually going to turn. They're going to try to chase and look for a potential counter kill. They do get the enchant onto RMN. Miracle, though, still trading right clicks. Jumps in hard onto Saksa. Scorched Earth working wonders right now. Miracle still continuing to pursue. Gets a little bit of vision, and they do find the kill. Now mid one needs to be careful. Does have another time walk.
There's so many sticks to keep track of in this tri-lane. There's still 10 on no tail.
He'll pop his, though. I don't think OG are winning this right-click battle. The PA daggers are too much. GH does get bashed by mid one. 10 seconds on the time walk, though. He needs to be a little bit careful here. Can't afford to take too much damage.
Oh, Armin.
One. Oh, he can't find GH. Mid one. Time walk in one. I think he's still in big trouble, though. Does have stick charges in two. They got him. No. The stick is enough, but Miracle wants this kill. He jumps in and does commit for it. It might cost him everything. Does have Fairy Fire. RMN with beautiful cogs. Knocks back no tail. The Fairy Fire does get
my
popped.
God. He's coming back.
This is ridiculous, but Miracle's back in. No tail again.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
9 HP. Miracle survives.
And somehow the bounty runes are still there. I thought Saksa was going to go get them during all of that.
Well, that could not have gone better for Nigma, I don't think. PA now has a pretty nice advantage over this Void.
He's free.
They will get GH. Yeah, that's a nice counter kill. 5-1.
God.
OG get on the board.
That was hilarious.
In the mid lane, though, it is still a bit of a disaster. 26 to 16 in CS, but if you look at net worth, 2,100 on Viper, 1,500 on the Arc Warden. So a large gap.
Down bottom. All right, Seb's got the charges for it, but Mind Control not even going to force it. Seb's doing way better than I thought he would. I thought this would be like worse than this. I mean, it's still a decent lead. It's like a 400 gold lead, but I actually thought it would be a lot harder. But he's just been constantly splitting the wave up.
Seb's been playing this very well. Slardar, scary in these kind of matchups. The Bash of the Deep does so much. So I'll never forget that game where we saw the Ember versus Slardar mid, and seeing how Slardar just handled him so completely.
I believe that was Boxy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it had a fun time.
Slardar. Like that was like a black and white hard counter of holy shit, Ember can't do anything. Brew obviously a lot more options there. Don't sleep on the Slardar, folks.
He didn't want to pop his ulti defensively, but he's been spotted by this ward. And we are still going in, so they're going to bring reinforcements here.
There's the split. They want this Viper, and they might find him with Saksa. Thompson does take a Viper strike and is probably going to go down as well. 1-for-1, of course, advantage for the Dire. Thompson falls second.
Man, MC had no mana, or he could have gotten a kill there.
It's under attack.
Yeah. Treads, some stick charges.
That was really interesting that Weehaw still went in. He knew they were gonna. The Brewmaster was coming in too.
He just saw that. Yeah, I can get this kill on Thompson, but unfortunately, I think he died first, right? Yeah,
correct. The Viper died first, so not a good trade for Weehaw. Maybe overestimating his damage a little bit, thinking he could perhaps kill Thompson before going down himself.
Meanwhile, Weehaw's gonna TP up top, but he TP's right into a creep. So RMN. Be in some trouble here. They will save him. Viper drops the Nether Toxin. And right now, GH holding mid against Thompson.
We'll have to see if the lack of bash comes into play at any point during this game from the break.
That's a good call.
And crits, I suppose. There's a couple things going on. Oh wait, never mind. Not a passive anymore. Dota.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Not a passive. Not a passive.
Always gets you.
No tail. On the run. RMN closes the gap. That Centaur not going to be enough help for the Ench to live through this one, I don't think. And meanwhile in the mid, Thompson, he gets ganked. Does still have the Tempest double. Soxa trying to run. GH might get brought down in exchange. Nope, he'll survive, and Soxa also falls. That's 3 dead on OG around the map. Nigma getting a big lead, and you know, not only did the Slardar win the lane and has an advantage over the Brew, but having a farm Slardar means he's going to have a pretty fast Blink Dagger. He's already got his phase boots. He can cruise around. Like, Slardar's not just getting farmed to right click, but this will enable him to set up for the other heroes on the team.
We get ourselves a theme today, man. It's the winning team taking the tier 1 tower mid before 10 minutes.
No, they're gonna
might happen again here, but Ironman's driven back and killed. Wait, what? Yep. Okay, yeah, that ghost is definitely gonna kill him, right?
Nope.
Oh, what level is it? Oh, it's only level 2, right?
2, yes. Level 2 Spark Wraith. Yeah, she scales up. $2K net worth lead. All 3 cores Enigma, top of the charts. And similar to last game, a bit atypical, but Thompson really struggling. He is bottom of the cores right now, actually behind.
They have the root down here. They might be able to kill MC.
Time is money.
See on the run. TP's coming. They can't kill this Slardar. He is too big and also too speedy. Level 4 no tail. Look how much that bash the deep does. There's no untouchable. Looking for more. Brew Split comes out. No tail stuck in the trees as RMN cuts off the path to retreat. Now Weehaw drops the ult. It's only a level 4 Doom. Soxa able to survive. The Brewlings putting in a lot of damage to Weehaw. Gonna go back into Panda form, and they do get the kill. Not so bad for OG. If they can get RMN here, that'd be great. And it looks like they will. The double damage on mid one will be more than enough, but now PA is here and they're ready to party. Soxa gonna go down next. And I'll let the Void back up. So who won that trade?
I think OG did. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, they get a XP and gold gain.
One thing that Seb did that Brewmasters tend to not utilize the most is the Wind Panda double damage by proccing that invis hit. It's a lot. It keeps getting buffed too.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that's like, if you use it twice, I think you can use it. It's like, I went up 40 damage on the first level.
It's like a Lothar's backstab thing, right? Like you buff on yourself and then you get a big punch. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have been buffing
there
that
for the final
while.
kill on the Weehaw.
Like most people think of the Storm Panda as just the Cyclone, you know?
Yeah, and well, it's also a really good game for the Dispel too, versus the
Slardar.
Yeah.
Look there. RMN, mid lane, initiated on. Arc Warden, not an easy hero to run from. Big rotation out of OG. It's 4 heroes mid, but Soxa still only level 5, takes a Viper Strike. It's a lot of poison damage. He might still live though. Weehaw is gonna go down. Soxa still falls. 1 for 2 in the mid. Good fight for OG.
Man, Seb's owning. He's done so much game out of a disadvantageous lane. He's almost caught in mind control.
In some trouble, untouchable, helping him out, but in the end, not enough. 2 for 2.
Look at how Seb's built too. He's looking for the value points because the break points on Thunderclap and Cinderbrew with the level 2. That's why he was 2-2-3. Because Cinderbrew doubles from 1 to 2, and then so does the Thunderclap almost. It doubles like 90 to 160.
Oh. The value.
Yeah, it's very good utilization.
Thompson up top, they scan him, they find him, mind control, had the bash queued up, hits him with a stun, they need a little follow-up to find his kill, and it'll be there. Viper joins the party, GH helps him out, but now the Chrono comes out of mid one's Faceless Void. Do they have any follow-up damage? Mind control survives, Hogs come out. Mid one does survive. Doom dropped onto the PA. She'll be repelled, and now the split from Seb. Could still be a good fight for OG as they bring down the Clockwork. Weehaw, isolated by the Cyclone. He comes back down, and he's going to be going down too. It looks like stick charges. Viper strike. Saksa could be in trouble. They're about to lose this Brew Split also. Weeha's still alive. They don't get the Thunder
Oh, the
Clap.
stolen Brew
Mid-one
Split.
does commit to finish off the kill. GH split up. Can they get this kill onto Seb now? They've got the stun and they've got a few more.
They can chase down No Tail with the next Cyclone.
A messy, chaotic fight, but it does look like that Brew Steal is going to tip the scales and push things in favor of Nigma once again.
Yeah, GH got the clap last time, but this time stealing the Primal Split. Oh, that one hurts. And he'll still get another use out of that, too, if he doesn't go for another team fight anytime soon. And Seb died with buying the Midas, so...
I think I'd be pretty tempted to keep that one if I were Rubik and then force another team fight. That is a damn good steal at 13 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, there's also Time Walk, though, so I would understand if he wanted to, like, snag that at some point. Because that can just be a free kill a lot of the time.
True. Maybe depends on how low this Primal Split cooldown gets before he has that opportunity.
Tower is under attack.
I feel it's always tricky with Rubik. You know, it's like you get those big steals and you kind of want to save it, but at the same time, you do that math in your head of, okay, how many potential steals am I missing by holding this for a minute 40?
Yeah,
Or
I mean, for now, it's
140
fine.
seconds.
They're not doing anything anyway. They're just hanging out. Mind Control is Blink, I'm guessing, is on that courier. Oh, sorry, it's Vlad's, right. He went that first.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tower push up top will go uncontested.
Dire's
And
top
Miracle
tower is
did not go greedy this game on the PA.
They're
Went
setting
for, drum up endurance.
Yeah, they're setting bottom with the ward and the hook shot.
Oh, hook shot in. Connects on two. Mind Control right there, looking for a follow-up stun. They're trying to kill Tops.
They can't really damage them in the cogs.
Well, he does go down. It's a 1-for-1. They get RMN in exchange for Thompson, but now Mind Control in pretty far. Is there any help to try to save this Slardar? Has a lot of stick charges. Buyback from the Clockwork now. He'll TP in, and OG sound the retreat. The Viper trying to get down here, but he's so damn slow. He's not going to make it in time, and I think OG will make it back. They turn for a bash onto the Slardar. Primal Split comes out, and they do want this counter kill. It is a 5v4, but Thompson also coming back up soon. Doom drops on the Slardar. Should secure this kill. Looking for more. It's a nice chrono onto two. Make it three as the PA comes in. No follow-up, but it does break up this fight. Saksa getting low. Miracle turns to finish him off. OG might have bit off more than they could chew with this one. RMN losing the duel against Seb. Remember, this is if he dies here, he's going to be dead for a while. Trying his best to survive. Doesn't, but still baits in Seb. They get the Brew, they get the Void, and now No Tail on the run.
Balance the scale.
It is a win for Nigma. Let's take a look at the recap. A 3-for-4. The Clockwork died twice.
Man, that was kind of rough at the start, though. They got really lucky with the battery assaults, I think, in the middle of all that. Because he trapped 3 heroes in those cogs, and I was looking at the damage breakdown, and Thompson took, like, almost all the battery assault hits. It's pretty ridiculous. And then they telekinesed him as well, so he got kind of locked down.
Yeah, you were right, though. It was a great setup from the clock, but it also blocked out the Slardar from getting a really good potential Slitherine crush. Because there isn't a Blink Dagger on Miracle yet. He went for the Blads first. We'll have the Blink pretty soon. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mind Control. Sorry.
I got
under attack.
Yeah. The Slardar. The Slardar.
Slardar.
Well, while they're roaching, they're also taking mid. Oh! No, the clone couldn't get the deny. Nice try, though.
I like this play a lot from Nigma, though. You push the tier 1 and take Roche simultaneously, and this is that value we talked about. Slardar PA, even though OG have really good ultimates around the Roche pit, they're on cooldown right now, and they can kill Roche easily with just these 2 heroes.
Well, we talked a little bit about this build, too. I don't know if Mid-One's on the same page as you and not remembering what the Aghanim's does. I'm going to assume he knows.
Yeah, so does not reduce the cooldown on Chronosphere anymore. Now you get the AoE time lock. When you time walk, where you land, you get, what is it, range of 6... Well, what's the AoE? 350. That's it. 350 radius. Where you land, procs a guaranteed time lock. So if you're clumped up, it can be a really cool way to initiate. I don't know if I've ever seen this Ags in a pro game, actually. So I'm excited to see if this works out well for Mid-One.
Yeah, we'll see.
What are your thoughts? You sound a little skeptical over there, big dog.
I mean, he's kind of the hard... Well, I guess he's not really the hard one, right? So that's why it makes a lot of sense. Like, he just needs to make a lot of space for the Arc Warden.
Yeah.
It seems like a very heavy investment for what it does. It basically means he can't really farm that fast, right? It's slowed down.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's first item. You know, I think like a Maelstrom or even a Midas, anything to let you accelerate your farm before.
Well, it's going to accelerate, right? Like it will be a farming item. I mean, so there's that. It's just
is it that significant in terms of helping your farm though? Like relative to a Midas or Maelstrom?
Yeah, I mean, think about the rate there when he time walks into that camp. Right? That's every 6 seconds you can do that.
Okay.
That's a guaranteed AoE time lock.
Yeah, you're making a good point. It does sort of double as a farming tool. Be interesting to see how much that impacts his bottom line. Mid lane, invisible GH sets up onto Thompson. He'll try to TP out. Yes, Thompson still dies in the well to the poison. Stolen chrono from the Rubik, sets it up on 3. OG, this is an abysmal team fight. The Doom comes down on mind control, but the damage has been done. They kill the Doom, and this is going to end a 1-for-2 exchange.
He's trying to lifesteal.
But that's the Aegis, folks. It's a 2 for Aegis. RMN, he is going to go down, but GH so deep in the back line. They're trying to keep him around. Seb going to come back into Panda form. They were ready with the telekinesis, and he's got nothing left. OG take heavy losses here. They do get the kill on the clockwork, but I think RMN is A-okay with that trade.
Yeah, oh, geez. Mid one is just trying to finish his Agnums in the bottom lane.
Oh, just that whole sequence, right? The Invis rune to set up on Thompson, the TP out that doesn't save Thompson in the end.
Do you want to hear something really simple?
The stolen chrono.
How about just putting the Aegis on the Slardar instead of the PA?
Yeah.
You know?
Genius play.
It sounds so simple, but like a lot of the games that would have been on the PA.
And it makes
Mind Control's setting up for the PA every time anyway.
Exactly. Like Mind Control is playing true frontliner. I am charging in there. Clockwork also been playing that kind of style, but yeah, that was a really smart read. And now they're going to jump in on No Tail. He's done.
All right, so this is basically mid one's Battle Fury, right? It's like a Battle Fury that team fights a little bit better.
Yeah. And has, I guess, a more stat-heavy build-up if you're worried about survivability. Mid lane, though, we're going to see a big engagement breakout. Thompson will go down first. No buyback available there. OG starting to crumble a little bit. Mid one, time walk back. They've got him with a dagger. I'll have another time walk in a few seconds, but still a lot of damage on him. The slow from the Viper. This is significant. They've got big damage, and he's dead. Ouch.
Sox trying to grab the wave.
Well, they're going to grab Soxa instead.
Holy shit! Double kill!
Nigma are on point today, Trent.
They really
are looking good.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Great movements. Very much on the same page. The Deso, of course, out on the PA. She's had it for a little while. Now MKB queued up next. Void starting to get outscaled, and Thompson feeling like a bit of a non-factor this game. Been behind for most of it. They've obviously put a lot of emphasis on shutting down Thompson this game, so they haven't made it easy for him on this Arc Warden, but there's just been no intimidation factor out of Thompson here.
Well, this is their fight.
Now in onto Mind Control. It's a good Bruce split, which doesn't yield much, and Mind Control will get brought down, but makes the space for his team to retreat. And I think the rest of Nigma will get out. Viper, though, caught by a Cyclone. Maybe enough follow-up. There is a Chrono. Hook shot off to the side. They drop Soxa. Mid one jumps in, looking for the counterplay. Buyback on the Doom. Miracle still alive for now. Void, he can get Chrono. He does catch it. Can they kill Miracle, though? The stolen Chrono again stops the back line. Miracle lives. Mid one can't finish him off. Gets another bash. Miracle looking for crits. The carries both go down, but the rest of OG in big trouble. Now Thompson falls. GH in the back line, trying to finish off the Tempest double. He'll get it, but he will get doomed in exchange. This is the buyback from Soxa now. Should be able to guarantee this kill on the Rubik. Weehaw doing everything he can to try to slow it down. Looking for the dieback onto Soxa, trying to stack up the poison.
Mega kill!
Can he find both kills? Soxa down.
Got another poison. Yeah, there's no TP on No Tail.
Untouchable might help a little, but Mind Control's here, catches the stun. Gets a miss uphill. Not going to make a difference, though. That's going to be a full wipe. That is 6 deaths on the side of OG, I believe. The Doom dying twice.
Oh, man. GH played that fight so well. And he was waiting for the split throughout the majority of the fight, but then he was just outside of range when Seb ended, and he got the blink off right away, too, to clap and ignite, so, or Cinderfree, rather. And then he was holding it, waiting for the chrono, and mid one just got handled again with the steal.
Even with the buyback, it's a pretty even gold exchange. Nigma took pretty heavy casualties there also.
Dire are scanning.
This Rubik, though, GH, been playing very well. Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and Aether Lens now. A long reach, but he has stolen Chrono in back-to-back fights. Devastating. Mid one. Initiated on. Time walk away. No more help. He's done. No buyback on this void. Now Seb does have a split, but stuck inside a cog. It's going to be hard to get this cast point off. He's done as well. No buyback on either hero in the grave.
It's an honor.
Yeah, I mean, all they can do really is wait for everything to be up again and try once more, right? It's a bit of a tough spot to be in.
GH finds a catch. Long range initiation onto No Tail. Which is attendance and sets up another alley-oop for Miracle. Not even a team fight here. OG just getting picked apart one at a time.
Structures are fortified.
Kind of a cool build out of Miracle also. He's going to go Desolator just straight into Satanic. So once that reset, so he can sustain in those fights.
Yeah, it probably just knows that he's going to get doomed anyway.
Middle tower has fallen.
Yeah,
although BKB would still be pretty good. Assuming he didn't get doomed, it would let him get through a lot of this other baggage that's in there. But there's Chrono too, so similar to our previous match when there was a Chrono and a Doom.
Oh no, mid one, same story, different chapter. They might have the same ending. He goes into RMN, gets a little bit baited, and Miracle breaks.
Sick! Axes, please!
Other side trying to clip him. Sets up another one on the No Tail as he basically gets one shot by the Dagger Corrosive Haze combo. I'm sorry, the Deso Corrosive Haze Dagger combo.
Of course.
Is under attack.
PA, not yet level 20. Doesn't have the additional -3 armor corruption.
Dire's bottom
Jeez,
tower
OG looking a little like Viking GG with all that big talk prior to this tournament, I gotta say. the shoe's on the other foot now with how much they're getting handled by Nigma.
Yeah, this has been a pretty devastating series. Turning out to be pretty one-sided in both games. Like the lanes were one thing, but these mid games have just focused or favored Nigma so much. They're gonna look for another catch here. GH just feels like he's everywhere right now, living on the enemy side of the map, setting up these plays for mind control, setting up these plays for Miracle. OG just cannot leave their base right now. Look at that, they missed the counter ward. That's a low ground ward that let Rubik set up that kill. They had a sentry nearby, so that false sense of security.
It's in the middle of 3 sentries.
Yeah, serious. Oh, there's one on the high ground too. Oh my gosh, that's devastating,
hilarious.
dude. There's a Venn diagram of 3 sentries and it's right in the middle.
Well, if they're not touching, then it's not a Venn diagram.
Oh, they're touching, buddy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So technically. Thompson, sidelined, up in 10. Mid lane, they get the melee barracks, and Nigma just back out. They don't chance it. They don't care about the ranged RMN, TP.
Oh, don't let him out of there.
Good.
All right, how many more kills will OG get? Oh, by the way, there was a Chrono down bottom. He just Chrono TP'd out.
Oh. Sorry, I missed that.
Or rather up top, sorry, I should have said. I vote they will get 1 more kill.
I'm going to go with 2.
RMN.
Now, does the Aegis count as a kill?
No, Aegis does not count.
I'm going to go with 2. I think they'll kill the Clockwork and one of the cores.
Now we'll see if they just win, right? That's the OG. Now they win.
Tempest double down. How long on Chrono? Ooh. 110 seconds left on that cooldown.
You know, we had a game like this get fed away with a rapier. Unfortunately, Miracle's not willing to do that for us.
We did. That was
shout out to the Zoomers winning that game.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh yeah, that was an NA. Oh god, you're right.
Dire's top tower is under
Bit of a
attack.
gift,
Dota.
the classic.
Miracle walking into the bubble. The only way to do it. Aegis is in the hands of Miracle now. They give it to the PA this time, not the Slardar. They jump in and delete No Tail. Does have the buyback. Will use it. Miracle with the Satanic actually survives through some of that burst damage. They jump in onto the Tempest double. Mid one. Still no Chrono. Miracle somehow still alive. That's finally the Aegis.
Alright, there goes our man.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Monster kill!
Miracle survives.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
With the cheat. Now with one. He gets
the best.
A couple of close calls.
Dire's
But you're
top
right.
barracks
1 plus 8.
One
Good
kill, just the clockwork, and GG.
I thought they were going to. Miracle survives.
Dire's top tower.
Melts away.
With the cheat. Now with one. He gets it.
I'm the best.
A couple of close calls. But you're right. 1 plus 8.
One kill, just the clockwork, and GG.
I thought they were going to get one of those cores so bad. They were so close. Well fought by OG, but this should be the GG push. Still a tier 2 standing in the bottom lane. They're not going to tap out quite yet with the Arc Warden coming up. But Nigma have made the call, and I think they're going to wrap this one up. Buyback on the Doom. Brew up in 5. Will this repel Nigma? Not at all. They jump in to kill the Tempest double, and that's a dieback on the Doom. Soxa put to rest. That bubble, pretty darn annoying.